All right, we're live, ready to go. Sunday morning, 11:35 a.m. As said, we're gonna start doing this more on Sunday morning. That's gonna be like the main time that we're gonna be on. Whoever's watching. But once again, if you see the banner on top, follow us at PGN Pod on all social media. Like we said, if it happens to be a different day, something happens, we're busy Sunday morning. I don't know, I got too drunk the night before, had a threesome, and I'm getting up a little late, or, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep y'all
Mhm.
informed. So make sure y'all follow everywhere at PGN Pod for any updates. And
Sure. Hmm.
almost daily updates now. Zaza's stepping it up, hitting on different topics, keeping the page going to give you guys content that's not just on the Sunday podcast. So also follow us for that too. Um, and yeah, so how was your guys' week?
Kofi, go first.
Uh, uh, it was same old, same old. I mean, it was good. We as we went on. I think it was Thursday, right? That's how we went. We went to the
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh, is
Wednesday,
it?
yeah.
Wednesday.
We went to Possible New Studios, so we'll keep you updated on that. So it looked nice, and excited. I mean, we haven't done a show together, and what all us three together in a while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully we get to do that pretty soon. So
Well, just get to that real quick. Like, just me personally, I just like that in, say in person podcast more than it is doing this right now. But if you see the earlier episodes, we were doing that like at my house, but the
Hmm.
green screen wasn't big enough, and then I had wireless mics that weren't working that good, and I just didn't really like the aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? And
mhm.
then so we started doing it like this, just keeping it going, and it's building. So I think that we got to start getting into a different space where we're all at least together. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Zaza's brother for helping that helping that happen. And I don't know, Zaza, real quick, you want to tell him what your brother's app is, or what is what?
Yeah, obviously it's a sponsor. Might as well just sponsor it
Yeah,
now. So
Listen, once again, you guys need to download Nickel Pass. It is a software where you can get all the news sites if you want. If you like New York Times, if you like Wall Street, if you like any newspaper, you can go download Nickel Pass. And thank you once again, my brother, for the space and everything you're doing for us right now. Can't wait to do more sponsorships.
yeah. So
anything else with you, St. Zod, in terms of your week?
Uh, Nothing much. Nothing really. I think Wednesday was the best day when we got to go in together and possibly see the new setup. Now we're talking about microphones, boom speakers. It's just like, yo, it just never stops. Like even Kofi came over on K that came over on Friday and we're talking about the newsletter. We are talking about the website. So it's just revving up. And I love the fact that we're not stopping, we're just keep going. I'm loving it right now. Fall's gonna be exciting. Fall is gonna be exciting.
yeah,
No, scumbag. Anything with you this week? No.
not really. Same old shit. Work out, hang out with my son. That's about it. That's about it, man.
Does he
All right.
start school the second too?
He starts school 20 next actually tomorrow. Yeah, because the Arts High they do a for the freshmen you gotta do like a week program.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
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 yeah. I
yeah,
remember that. I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, so they like get you acclimated to the school. I'm like, dude, this shit's serious, like almost like college.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn,
Jeez.
all right. But
Yeah, a lot
yeah,
of schools are starting even earlier. Some schools start in August now. So I'm like, yo,
First week of
yeah,
August. Yep.
yeah.
yeah. That's actually, I mean, it's not bad. It sucks for the kids, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like, get ahead and put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Like, teach them that shit. But yeah, man. Let's get into these topics.
All right. The first topic is, and this really started from the group chat because obviously Taylor Swift was on the New Heights podcast, and that blew up. A whole bunch of viewers, millions of viewers across different social media platforms like X, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. Any place you saw it, it got a lot of views. So just to recap, because I had a video about Taylor Swift on the podcast. So she talked about how she didn't really know much about football, and then she became a Chiefs fan. So much so that when Xavier Worthy got drafted last year in the draft, she was excited about it. So uh, Clark Hunt was the owner of the Chiefs. He admitted that the Swifties have really transformed their fan base. They've really grown their fan base. And so I guess so Scumbag, you had a comment about it how you thought, oh, this means that the Chiefs are going to go back to Super Bowl or something like that, and I disagree with that. I said I don't know about that. So that's really where this topic is going to be about. We're not
Yeah.
going to talk about Taylor Swift's new album or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's for other people to talk about. But in terms of our podcast, we're going to discuss really the Chiefs aspect of the Taylor Swift thing. So obviously, the NFL they've made the Chiefs the team. They have the most national games. They're going to be on Christmas. They're going to be on Thanksgiving. So the NFL's really say, hey,
See
this
the
is the team.
pattern? See the
This is the
pattern?
team. So my thoughts are, you know what? We'll stay with the Chiefs. Obviously, the last time we saw the Chiefs was the Super Bowl, and we saw that one turned out. Did not turn out well for them. So they really made sure the offensive line. That's been their focus. They drafted Josh Simmons, who fell in the draft because he had a serious leg injury. So far, the reports have been that he's been good. We'll see about that. They signed Jalen Moore from the 49ers. He's a backup, but they say he's going to play all around the offensive line. So we'll see in terms of that. Hollywood Brown, he was hurt all last year for the most part. He only came in the playoffs. So will he stay healthy? And obviously with Rashid Rice, that suspension, that's going to be coming down late September. So he'll play the early part of the season. But after that, we'll see if he's how long that suspension is going to be. So that's going to be a factor. And obviously the big thing is Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. They did not have good seasons last year. So obviously they're going to be motivated to have good seasons. And the AFC is a lot tougher than it was last season. The Chargers, everybody expects them to be better. The Broncos, a lot of people are high on the Broncos. They have a very good defense. Bo Nix, Sean Payton. We'll see about that. And obviously the teams in the AFC that most people are high on, the Bills, the Bengals, and the Ravens. So we'll see with the Chiefs. Like I said in the group chat, I'm not sure they're going to get back. I think at some point it has to come to an end to some degree. And really, Mahomes hasn't looked Mahomes in the last couple of years. So can he bounce back? He possibly could. But I see it as this is probably this is the year after they lost Super Bowl to the Eagles. I feel like they're probably not going to get back to Super Bowl. I already have it right here, right now. If I'm wrong, I'll post a video about it, say I was wrong. But in my opinion, I think Kansas City Chiefs will not get back to Super Bowl this year. So, Saints, what are your thoughts on the Chiefs and whether this Taylor Swift thing has any effect on that?
I talked about it. I watched the podcast. I'm sort of leaning towards what Scumbag is saying about the Chiefs. Uh I woke up in a cold sweat about it last night. I was just like, we're really about to have a bunch of Swifties at these fucking games, bro. It's terrifying, but once again, like I've always been saying, it's the women who spread the post. It's the women who are going to talk, and that's going to bring more eyes. The NFL is smart about this. Like I said, you want it to spread, you gotta tell the women because they're the ones who are gonna go, oh, you saw that, you saw what Taylor was wearing. You said so now, oh, what
The
was Travis
women
wearing?
dictate the market.
Exactly. That's what you need to understand. This is why I keep saying, yo, we got to start getting women more involved because they will start spreading the pod. But the Swifty fans will be there. I promise you. And if it means the Chiefs need to be there, that means a lot of calls will go the Chiefs' way. I promise
Yeah,
you.
if the Chiefs don't make it and the Bills make it, the Chiefs would trade Travis Kelsey before the Super Bowl to the Bills so that he could be in the Super Bowl. They
They'll
could say
fly
first
Taylor
time
out.
trade before the Super Bowl. And we're just let it go. Like, fuck it.
They'll make it the Bills versus the Eagles just so that Taylor, because she's an Eagles fan. They'll be like, let's get the Eagles back here. Like I'm telling you,
They're gonna do something to get us.
oh my
All right.
gosh,
So yeah, keep
because
going.
they saw the views, they saw the clicks, they saw all that. The NFL's not ignoring that. The algorithm team is looking at that. They're like, oh, yo, this all happened in one day. Yo, we need them. Remember, even when they did that stupid swag and surf move that blew up, you gotta cash in on that. Remember, they're trying to get these new streams going on. What else can you do? Get the Swifty fans involved. That's a new culture, man. That's a culture, bro. That's a culture. It's a scary culture, but it's still a culture.
Mhm.
Remember, week 1, YouTube, them and the Chargers in Brazil. So
You're gonna see
hopefully
Brazilian
hopefully
Swifties
YouTube
pop
doesn't
up.
crash. That's
It
what you
will.
gotta hope
It
for.
will. It will. Because there'll be Brazilian Swifties. There'll be all around Swifties. I'm telling you, bro. It's a culture. It's crazy.
All right, Scumbag, what are your thoughts?
Now, I'm not gonna say it's a guarantee they're going to the Super Bowl, but it's a guarantee. No, no, I'm joking. No, I think that they're not gonna rig it for them. But see, here's the thing with the Chiefs. When you have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
that's all you need to keep the game close. I don't
Yep.
know how they do it. I don't know how. I don't know what
Well,
goes on behind
almost.
the scenes.
Remember, Super Bowl, that didn't go that way.
But I was saying it wasn't close.
It
If
wasn't.
it just has to be close,
Yep.
they're gonna push. They're gonna look at the Texas game. That was a bullshit fucking roughing the passer.
Yep.
The Texans were keeping it close. The Texans.
Yep.
They were like, "Fuck you." The Texans ain't going to the hell no. You know what I mean? So as long as they keep it close, they gotta make it seem like oh, we fucked up. But hey, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Touchdown. Travis Kelce wins. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be working in their favor. I think we can probably pull up in the past 3 years. We can probably pull up a compilation of crazy calls that have gone the way of the Chiefs.
Yep.
Crazy calls, like what? Crazy plays. The guy, what was that fucking game where it was like, the Raiders game, where it was like 18 seconds left or some shit. It had to hand the ball off to the guy. All you had to do is get a first down. Boom, fumble. And she
fumble, yeah.
They fucking ran for like a touchdown or some shit. Won the game. What? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, that shit goes on, and it's like, bruh, come on. Like, there was a time, I think it was in the season, this season, when they were like 15-1.
Yeah.
There was 3 or 4 games this year where we're like, what?
How'd you win
I remember the Broncos.
What?
The Broncos were about to beat them, and they blocked the field goal, and I was like, oh.
Like, what is going on here? Is this the NFL or is this Jesus?
That's
one
why I don't
the
think
other.
they're gonna go back. They had a lot of luck last year to even get to the Super
That's
Bowl.
what I'm saying.
All the games that they were winning.
That's what I'm saying. You have to look at it this way. It's either 2 reasons that all those crazy things were happening for them to win. Either the referees or with Jesus. Pick one. That's it. Whatever you believe in. Because those games were nuts. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? But besides that, it's gonna be hard because it's just hard to go. Come on, and you just name all the contenders too.
Yeah,
that's a lot of guys, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
That's your own division. Even the Raiders are not going to be a pushover.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that division is crazy. Probably the hardest division in the NFL. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Chargers, Broncos. The last Raiders are pretty good too.
Yeah, Raiders got a vamp. They got a vamp.
Yeah.
They got a vamp.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, I think that the NFL is a business, right? So
it's every sports league.
And what did they just say? They said we're not competing with the NBA, we're competing with Apple. They're like, we're not competing with the NFL, I'm competing with Rockefeller.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, I'm competing with Thanos. All right?
Pretty
Who
much.
the fuck is the NBA? We just had the NBA own Christmas.
They like, nope.
We went, did that deal with Netflix, open up Christmas. Now they really saw it. I think that would have been a test. Let's test this out. Oh, they spoke to the Rays. They're like,
yeah, the Rays were good last year. Yeah,
they're not competition. Fuck out of here. Let's focus on bigger. Let's go for Apple. You know what I mean? And the NFL right now, all these deals they made. Now, what if part of that, you don't know behind the scenes, it could be like, yo, part of that deal is we want Taylor Swift. Amazon saying that. We need Taylor Swift.
Yep.
If you can find Taylor Swift to get in a national game, look at that. How many national games do they have? Just off that. Taylor Swift might have a backdoor deal with Roger Goodell. We don't know, man. This is some Illuminati shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
you don't know.
She still hasn't done Super Bowl yet, too.
I'm going to break you off. I'm just saying. What if he goes, I'm going to break you off 2% of the deal. Just show up to the games. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, this just announced Taylor Swift has been a silent partner with the NFL for 15 years and we never know about it. We'll find out down the road. Because, why are you making all these deals out of nowhere. It's the same shit we talk about the WWE when they brought
Mm-hmm.
back Cena. They brought back Cena because they were doing that deal. They had to show that they could generate that level of interest. So they got the GOAT. And what was the first thing when he came back? What did Triple H say? He's the GOAT.
Yep.
He's the GOAT. He's the best that ever did it. Why? They're boosting him up
Mm-hmm.
so that the fans can come in. Oh, is he the GOAT? Oh, it drew a lot of people in, bro. We saw when he turned heel, how viral that went. That was the first time I saw WWE go that viral. You know what I'm saying? In a long time. It was like, mainstream viral. So that was the cause. So if the NFL's mentioning all this stuff, they're putting it out there.
Yep.
They're telling you what it is. You believe it or you don't. But like I said, it's just gonna be harder talent wise to get there. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna set it up for them. They're gonna try and get them there. Now if they don't, if the Chiefs can't, take the opportunity and go back to the Super Bowl and win it, that's on them. You know what I mean? But it's there.
It's
They're
lined
for
up
the
for them.
taking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, Patrick Mahomes is more famous than Tom Brady was.
Yep.
Tom Brady was not as flamboyant. Tom Brady wasn't a typical quarterback.
Nope.
His arm talent, athleticism, not typical quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is extremely talented at quarterback.
Yep.
He's up there as far as talent. You look at people like Dan Marino, John Elway. These guys that aren't up there, they won't mention with Peyton Manning and fucking Tom Brady
Montana.
because they don't have
Yeah.
enough rings or they don't. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Or the stats aren't there because they played in the era when they ran the ball 1,000 times. But as far as arm talent, they could wing a 50-yard pass like nothing. Brett Favre, Mahomes is in that category.
Yep.
Seriously, and he could run, and he's smart. He's in the film room, and
All
he
the
got
time.
and he got one of the fucking best offensive minds in NFL history. This man did it with the Eagles.
Andy
Why he
Reid.
didn't win with the
Don't tell
Eagles?
Eagles fans that.
Why he didn't win
Yeah.
with the Eagles? You know why?
Dalvin McNabb, yeah.
He didn't have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the key.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all set up for them. It's just they gotta just win.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Now, is it gonna 100% happen? That's hard to say. You know what I mean? Like, like how, dude? If he goes to bro, if he goes to I don't want to hear shit. If this guy goes and beats Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson in one playoff run, I don't want to hear shit. Even if you lose, you can lose in the Super Bowl. If you beat that gauntlet, bro, insane. And that's the part. Hey, what if they set it up that way? I don't know. The world, God works in mysterious ways, or should I say, Roger Goodell works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's set up for them. The NFL's letting it be known what they want to happen. Why would she go on the podcast? They're showing. Here she is.
Yep.
Hey, everybody. Here's Taylor Swift. You want to see more of this?
Yep.
Tune in, 8 p.m. Sunday, NBC. Opening game. Fucking shit flying everywhere. Fireworks blowing the fuck up. Yeah, this is all set up. This is all set up. You know
Because
what I mean?
it's just a different fan base. The NFL, like
Yeah.
they wanted that fan base, but like now that they got the lead person in it, they're gonna play off of that, bro. Like you'll see the Chiefs in a lot of games that you'll be like,
Yep.
and I mean Pat's already beaten Josh Allen and Lamar in the same playoff race anyway. So all he
Yeah.
needs to do
He
is just beat.
even. I say here because he already did that. Add Joe Burrow in. Fuck it. Add Joe Burrow in there.
I mean, they got their one back, so.
Oh yeah, they did beat him. They did beat him. What, 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Yeah.
I'll say if he just does it in one playoff run, that'd be fucking insane. That'd be madness. You understand? But we'll see. Like I said, lots of the AFC are good, and I would want it to be someone different. You know what I mean? I would. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of seeing Patrick Mahomes in the fucking in the Super Bowl. I'm just tired of it. Sorry. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm not a Patrick Mahomes fan. I don't give a fuck. I want to see different teams. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have more fun seeing shit like that. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Hey,
Gotta beat him.
I'm not trying to see a fifth Bill Super Bowl loss. That's all I gotta say.
Oh boy.
You gotta pass Patrick Mahomes, Thanos. You gotta pass Thanos.
No, that's not what I'm concerned about. I can see the Bills beating the Chiefs and then getting destroyed by the Eagles, and then I'm like, oh, see, you lost to another NFC East team. In the '90s, you lost to the Cowboys twice. You lost to the Giants, the team known as the Washington team, and then now you lose to the Eagles. You lost to all four of the NFC East teams. I'm not trying to hear all that.
Yeah.
And your coach is not the best at a lot of stuff. I think if he beats the Chiefs, he'll kind of put his guard down. But I finally beat the Chiefs, and then go into the Eagles, and then lose to them, and be like, that's him. That's him. The
What
Chiefs
what
was the
what
Super
what
Bowl.
was fucked up though? I felt like the Bills would have gave a better fight to the Eagles than the Chiefs.
Yeah, but they still would have lost though. So
They still would have lost.
No one's beating that. Yeah, you're right.
They still would have lost, but I think that as far as Josh Allen, where that offense was moving with James Cook and everybody else, I think that offense is moving. He can't beat Patrick Mahomes. He just can't.
The problem with the Bills is the defense. It's always been the defense.
Yeah.
Sean McDermott's been a defensive guy, but the defense has never been good enough, and that's been the problem.
Y'all should have beat them last year.
Yeah.
Y'all should have beat them last year, and y'all should have beat them when they scored in those 8 seconds.
Yeah, 30 seconds game. Yeah.
That's 2 games that y'all should have won. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, we'll get to the next one.
Yeah. All right, next topic. The UFC and Paramount Skydance make a big deal. It's a $1.1 billion deal for all number fights and the UFC fight nights. It's a 7-year deal, so all the events will be on Paramount Plus. No more pay-per-views as a result of the deal. And some of the events could be on CBS. Dana White has indicated that maybe that White House event, which is going to mark the 250th anniversary of this country, that might be on July 4th. That might be an event on CBS. My thoughts on TKO, they got the deal that they won. They won the $1 billion deal, and this new Paramount Skydance company has made a big splash. They want to show that, hey, it's not all about Disney. It's not all about Apple and Amazon and Comcast. We're the big dogs too. So I think it's a good deal for TKO especially. We'll see how Paramount does this. I'm interested to see what the fights are going to be on CBS. It's gonna be crazy. You see what UFC has gone from. When it first started, it was seen as human cockfighting, and now it's a respectable form of entertainment. And now they're going to be on some fights are going to be on CBS. So it's really showing you what Dana White has done, especially since he took over. Now UFC is now seen as a premier form of entertainment now. So it was surprising to me. I thought it would be Netflix or ESPN on a dual deal or something like that, but it's a big deal. So, we'll see how this plays out. It's another reminder that the pay-per-view business is done. I mean, WWE, they got out of pay-per-views 10 years ago, and now UFC, they're getting out of the pay-per-view business. So, and it really shows you, if boxing ever had a unified governing body, they get a big deal like this too. But obviously, boxing has many problems. So, that's my thoughts on it. Scumbag, what are your thoughts on this deal between UFC and Paramount Skydance?
Me personally, I'm not a huge UFC fan. I really don't watch a lot of UFC fights. Maybe seen a couple big fights, like McGregor fights, shit like that. But even those fights, I kind of saw like highlights after the next day or some shit. So I'm not too excited for it, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like, oh shit, you're about to be on CBS. Oh, can't wait to tune in. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But on the business side of it, just seeing how UFC started. My dad used to rent the UFC fights from Blockbuster when they were first starting out, like the first events. And I remember my dad's favorite was Gracie. He had the ninja outfit. He's from the Gracie family. I think Voice was it his name. He's like a fucking legend. His families are like legends. They like They basically invented the fucking mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a beast because everybody else was going there just trying to fight, and he was grappling everybody. And so that's how I go back to knowing about UFC. And I've seen couple documentaries on it and just passing by shit on Twitter. It'll be like a little 12-minute thing about Dana White, how he started it, and I've seen shit like that. And it's like crazy to see to get this 7.7 billion was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
Um, 7 years. That's insane. You know what I mean? There's probably something behind that. 777. You know what I mean? Look that up.
Lucky,
See
Of
that.
course.
lucky. You know.
No, say he could have set it up that way. Yo, give me 7 years for 7.7. That's weird. That it's lined up that way. But I just think that that's just that's just dope to me, business wise. Like to see something that you believed in, you built from the ground up. People laughed at you, but you saw it. It's crazy because yesterday, I saw a clip of a roast with Donald Trump, and I saw the whole roast with my son yesterday. My son never saw a roast before, and he talked about being president. That roast was in 2010, and he wasn't talking about being president then. And when the
Yeah.
show finished, the red, white, and blue glitter came down over him, and I'm like, dude, this dude really became that. Yo, see, I showed my son. I'm like, yo, look how everybody loved him, bro. Everybody loved him. They call him the king of New York. He's the fucking this. He's the face of New York. Da da da. People forget all about that shit about how famous he was, and for him to be laughed at and to become president, for fucking people like Dana White to get
Yep.
laughed at, and because that's a story that whether you like the people or not, because those both of them have their hate against them.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Both of them have people just look at them like pieces of shit. You know what I mean? But besides that part, which comes with it, just to see that you believed in something and it got to where it's at now. You're fucking rich. Your fucking grandkids is fucking rich.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If anyone don't get a fucking gambling or a drug habit, your family should be fine for the rest to come. Whatever the fuck you say, it's a foreseeable future.
Hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say about it.
Well, I love what TKO is doing, even though I always feel like it's about the money with them. There's some things about WWE that they're doing, and I'm like, but I get it. The pay-per-view business, they don't want it anymore. But I think they were actually smart because UFC is a little on fire right now. I don't know if I'm reading the comments. Straw Hat was saying UFC 319 was actually really great. People have been talking about the spinning elbow for like the last 12 hours. I just saw a clip of it. I'm like, yo, that's fucking crazy. And I love that a lot of fighters are getting spotlights. I didn't know the guy who gave the spinning elbows, LaRon the Miracle Murphy, was shot in the face 12 years ago and spat out the bullets and then delivered two spinning elbows to win last night.
Mm.
I was like, yo, that's fucking nuts.
It is.
But so the fact that you're giving people the chance to watch these type of fighters, and yo, no, it's great. They bought UFC for $2 million in 2001. Dog. Um, I'm actually really stunned. UFC, I've always watched it. It hit kind of a lull, but now it's kind of back. You see Trump, he was here in Newark, and like, yo, streets were closed.
It
UFC is
was.
taking
Yeah,
over.
I remember.
Streets is taking over. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, UFC is a hot commodity right now. I think they're about to sell out. They sell out
He's
MSG
cool.
every
He's
time they.
he's mad cool with Dana White, right?
Yo.
Yeah. The buddy. Yeah, the buddies.
And
Yo.
it's funny I mentioned both of them. That's why they're friends. They
Mm-hmm.
relate to that kind of level.
Yep.
See something
Yep.
that you created out the ground that they laughed at,
Yep.
and you know what I'm saying. So it's funny I even mentioned him with Dana White. It's crazy.
Bro, I'm telling you, yo, I'll see the clips. Trump will come out, this USA chance. I'm like, yo, packed arena. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I think they had to click on it. UFC is on fire right now. People are still talking about last night. You gotta go where the money is at. And if we get more eyes on the views, because no one's paying $60 to watch that shit. Because sometimes you'll have a whole round, you'll have a whole fight, and sometimes you might have a short match. So I love it. I love it for the viewers. I love they get more eyes on it right now. And Murphy is a dog. That's fucking nuts.
Hmm.
Spit out the bullets. So, shit. That might be better than 50 Cent story.
Now to close it for me, the big question is this going to be in Paramount Plus? Are they going to raise the prices for their
Yes.
monthly subscriptions?
Yes.
Because you saw the news now with Peacock, they're raising their prices because of the NBA. So
What did I say last week? It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. ESPN cable. Guys, if you didn't hear it from anywhere, PGN said it first. ESPN cable, bro, you'll have to buy a box just to watch this shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
ESPN vaccines. They're gonna start doing vaccines.
God damn, bro.
You want to get vaccinated? You got to get vaccinated by Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, good
You gotta
Lord.
drive out to Connecticut. They're gonna buy all the vaccines up.
You need the COVID shot. You need it. Oh, God.
Yeah, but
Ah.
yeah,
yeah.
you get to the next one.
All right. So the NBA, they released their schedule last week. We won't go chapter and verse in terms of the matchups and all that, but I think I just wanted to highlight the big story about it. Obviously, this is the start of the new media rights deal. So gone is TNT, and now NBC and Amazon join with ESPN/ABC. So it's going to be changes, big changes, especially in terms of the days of the week, in terms of the networks you need to watch. So I'll just run through it quickly. So on Monday, there'll be games on Peacock. So you better get a subscription for Peacock if you want to watch those games. On Tuesday, there'll be a regional doubleheader on NBC, which means there'll be a certain part of the country that will get one game, and there'll be a certain part of the country that gets another game. So, for example, we live in the East Coast. So let's say the Knicks are playing the Pistons. We'll get that game at 8 o'clock at this time zone. But if you want to watch it on the West Coast, it's going to be on Peacock. It's not going to be on NBC. And then the second game will probably be like the Lakers versus the Mavericks, for example. That game will start at 11 p.m. Eastern time here, but it'll be only on Peacock because obviously the late local news and stuff like that. But it'll be 8 o'clock over there, and they'll get the game on NBC. So a bit confusing, and we'll get used to that. Wednesday will be ESPN, as always. Thursday it'll be Amazon, but it'll be after the NFL season because they have Thursday Night Football. So once Thursday Night Football is over, then there'll be games on Thursday on Amazon. And then Friday, it'll be Amazon. They'll have games on Friday. And then ESPN after the NFL, they'll have some games on Friday as well. And then Saturday, Amazon will have some afternoon games occasionally. And then there'll be ABC will have their usual Saturday night showcase games. And that'll be where Inside the NBA will have their coverage for the most part. And then Sunday, it'll be ESPN/ABC. Following the NFL season, as well as NBC, they'll have their Sunday night basketball package after the NFL season. So a lot to unpack there. It's gonna be different. No more TNT, so that's gonna be different. So there'll be a lot of NBA on the television throughout the season. So my thoughts would be it's gonna be different. I mean, watching games on Peacock is gonna be different. You know, I grew up watching the NBA and NBC as a kid, so that's going to be nostalgic to some degree. It's not going to be the same NBA and NBC from back then. Obviously, everything's different. NBC is a different company. It's not the same. But if they have enough of what it used to be, as long as the coverage is good, we'll be used to it. Amazon, that's going to be real interesting because I've liked their coverage on NFL. They've done a good job, so I think they'll do a good job. It's going to be different watching games on Amazon as well, but overall, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, but you know, the NBA got a big deal from this. They got $76 billion over 11 years. So, hey, they got what they got. They want it. As a consumer, it's gonna be different for us. We had to get more different subscriptions to different products, but it's still gonna be the NBA. We're still gonna watch as much as we can. So that's my thoughts on it. It should be. It's going to be interesting to see, especially that first week. I'm going to really be interested to see how the coverage is, especially for NBC and Amazon. Scumbag, what are your thoughts on this new schedule in terms of all these national games over these national partners between NBC, Peacock, Amazon, ESPN/ABC? It's a lot.
Yeah. I think it sucks as far as like all the subscriptions we have to get. You know what I'm saying? And to watch these games, if you want to watch the games, you know, that interested in it to spend all that money, you know, I don't know. But I think as far as the NBA business wise, as far as making it global, it makes it better. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Streaming wise, it's crazy. A lot of people don't in other countries they don't have cable, but they got Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're streaming it off their TV, and they can watch NBA games now. And we've seen as the years have gone by, more international players have integrated into the NBA. The NBA has changed their original way they played basketball into more of a European format with the stretch four and a lot of threes. And
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? They play European style. So that's why you see a lot of Europeans getting the best players in the league are Europeans.
Depends. Yep.
Jokic and Doncic and Giannis, Shea Gilgis. I mean, he's not European, but he's not from this country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These are the top 4 or 5 players in the NBA.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now that you see it, the game has adapted to more of a global way of playing. Now more international players are getting better. This spreads the NBA to different areas where maybe they're not as popular, where soccer's more prevalent, or any other sport. Remember, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these countries, these are Americans created sports, so they're not really getting a lot of the content over there.
Yep.
So that's why soccer is the most popular sport in the world because all you need is a ball and feet.
Yep.
A lot of these countries, they don't have money,
Yep.
so I mean, it'd be hard to top soccer because just for that reason, it's so fucking inexpensive. You know what I'm saying to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could make a lot of money, which they got $76 billion out of it, you know what I'm saying, to make it more global, to get more countries involved, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully get more to the players because of that, because this ain't going global without them. You know what I mean? So hopefully that's what it means for NBA players. They get more of a salary.
Yep.
But I just think it's good that the NBA is becoming more globally minded. Um, and that's a possibility that was created with the Dream Team. The G that was like a soft kind of, what they call a soft opening for the
Yep.
European. They brought Jordan out there, and they saw how Europe went nuts. Everybody went crazy. Da, da,
Mm-hmm.
da. That was the beginning where David Stern implemented that right into the NBA. Okay, this is a global sport. It can get popular, it can get global, and I think at least Adam Silver is geared the NBA towards that. Like I said, he integrated European players, integrated the way Europeans play. You know what I mean? Then uh, he, like I said, the idea right there of being global. So now you have all this working, and making it more global, making it more global, and then you pull the deal. How long has he been fining people for being rough? No fighting, no hard fouls.
Yep.
Those days are over.
Yep.
And he made sure that the game completely changed. You know, Steph Curry helped push that too with the way he was shooting. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? It's there now. It's down. It's a European game. It's a worldwide global game. Now he did the deal. He was smart. He just slowly the game that we grew up and loved. He just got it out of there. It's over. Don't
Yep.
ask me for hard. I don't want to hear hard fouls anymore. Tough teams. Blah 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 blah. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's over. That's
It
it.
is. It is.
So, it'll make them more global, make them more money. And if you're an NBA fan, you just gotta get used to it. You gotta get used to 1,000 more threes.
Oh my God.
Where guys at a fast break, instead of going for a layup, they just go one in this corner, one in this corner, and they shoot threes. That's it.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Um, I love it. I'm not the biggest season watcher, but I will see the first week to see how they promote it, to see how they cover it, to see the way K was saying to do all that type of things. But I just know this is more of a way for them to get more betting and more gambling in, bro. Because now motherfuckers will be able to watch more games. That's more FanDuel. That's more DraftKings. Come on, bro. Like,
Uh,
yo, they
Yo,
already took.
they're gonna have Amazon Prime on their laptop. They're gonna have fucking Peacock on the tablet. They're gonna have yo, one of my friends, no bullshit. He has a room, right? In his apartment where he made just for football Sunday, bro. He has 8 TVs. Yo, one flash screen, big flash screen here, flash screen here, flash
Bro,
screen here. Yo, he has a standing one here. Boom. He has the 8 TVs, bro, and the computer on with every
Oh,
NFL game on. Insane. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
hope he's
yeah,
not
you're
married.
right.
I hope he's not married.
No, he's not.
Okay,
Of
okay. I'm
course
about to
he ain't
say.
married. What the
well,
fuck?
yeah, yeah, you can't have all that, bro.
The hell?
Hey,
That's how
I
getting in
asked.
trouble.
Listen,
But
you know how females are. You can have 8 flat screen TVs, have all that shit. But guess what? I want a Chanel bag. I want when you spend money on yourself. When you have a girl, when you spend money on yourself, you better have enough money that you're gonna spend
yeah,
it on her
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
because she's
very
gonna
true.
hate,
I've heard
bro.
that. I've heard
She's
that.
gonna hate. Don't walk in the house with new sneakers with a haircut.
Oh boy,
Nope. You better have nail money. You better you better brought something back. Bring
you
a
gonna
bar of
start
chocolate or
problems.
something.
You gonna start
You know what I
problems.
mean?
Is it not? But like, cause like I'm just thinking about it. Cause now you know what they do. They have the live bets. Oh, the plus and under. You're not, I'm telling you, people are gonna watch more games, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, yo, that looked like a good game. Oh, let me put that in. Yo, let me put 10." So now, not only are you losing money on the subscriptions, now you're gonna be losing money on live bets. Yo, the NBA about to run people's pockets. You already got the NFL doing this shit. Y'all about to run our pockets. How much more do y'all want from us? Leave us alone, bro. Yo, I'm
Yo,
telling. Oh
Oh, you
my
going on
god,
that
bro.
Tyrese brand, huh?
you know, but
Yo,
like they're gonna watch in 10 years. We're gonna be old, right? They're gonna be like, yo, the NBA just released the NBA brain chip. Now watch the games through your own eyes. They're gonna have the game shoot like they have the game shoot out your fucking eyeballs onto the fucking wall. The
no,
motherfucker just bam with their brain. Put $5 on this app. Put $10 and it'll be going right into the fucking each account, bro. You're gonna
god
see.
damn, bro. Nah, but like on some serious shit, like we laughing, but
Yo,
it's
yo,
it's
the Tuesdays and
crazy.
Thursday nights is gonna be mandatory NBA. They're gonna have
Oh
cops
my god,
with the
bro.
NBA logo on the helmets and the tanks.
Oh gee.
Boom, kicking the door down. Are you watching the Magic Lakers? Put it
I
on
know.
right now.
I don't- Yo, you
I'm
gotta
like,
watch that
oh shit.
Nets Hornets game. I don't really want to watch that. Fucking watch that shit. Hey, leave me alone. All right, but we laughing, but like, yo, that many games on, and you're telling me they gonna make the most money they can. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that first week, watch how many live bets, watch how many plus parlays. They're gonna be having Stephen A. cutting like, oh, I have Steph Curry making four threes, the over and under. Yo, come on, man. Like, yo, it's just it's a marketing scheme, and it's great for the NBA because I love the players getting paid. But it's like, yo, y'all gonna run y'all customers dry, bro. Like, because now all these subscriptions are about to go up. You gonna have Amazon's about to go up. I'm telling you, Amazon's price is about to go up. They're gonna be, oh, we're going up $5. Never stops. It never fucking
And now
stops.
look how big gambling. Just a little side note. Look how big gambling has gotten to the point that there's so much money involved. Players are getting
Hmm.
caught now.
Yes.
Back
More
in the
players are
days,
gonna
Pete
get
Rose was like,
caught.
"Oh my God, Pete Rose, bro, we had like 8 players from two in baseball, one in basketball, one in hockey, one in swimming, one in fucking bobsledding. That was always guys are popping up all over the place,
Shoot, there was even a college
betting on
player.
themselves.
A college player got in trouble for Venmo or some shit.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm telling you, like you're giving more access to that type of stuff because there's more games on. Remember, if you even if you have YouTube TV, you can't access every game. Now you're giving access to people. Come on, bro. People are serial betters. I tell people this all the time. People are serial delusional betters, and now you're just giving them more access to it. But like I said, love it for the NBA. Love that they're getting more coverage. Love people getting paid. But there's a downside to that shit, bro. There is. I see it.
yeah.
Yeah, and especially if you're a team like Scumbag's team, you're gonna lose some games from your local RSN. You're not gonna be watching as much as you can. So that's another factor as well.
Yeah.
You gotta count that. You gotta look at that shit, man. But once again, shout out to the players. I hope y'all get y'all money, man. I hope they're getting taken care of. But, ooh,
Keep holding
jeez.
out. Keep holding
Oh,
out. Fuck that. They got it, bruh. You know how the bosses are. I got it. I got it. I got it. Yeah, you never fucking got it. They got it. The deal's out there. The deals are out there. You see how much they're making, and guess what? The players are smart. They're doing it.
yep.
I want this. Oh, you gonna give me this? All right. Now they have now they're making you look dumber because now they have the in the NBA and the NFL now they have the you don't sit out, you sit
Yep.
in or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
still
you
go to the
hold in, yeah.
yeah hold in yeah you go to the fucking you still go to the practices, you stand there and watch, you go to the film room da da da. So they're like, yo, I'm doing my job, just I'm asking you for my money, that's it.
Yep.
So keep doing it. Fuck that. They got it, bro.
All right, let's go to Pepper Takes. Favorite segment of the day, and obviously this first one, social media, they're really talking about this one. So former MLB player David Justice was on All the Smoke recently. Talked about his career. You know, he was a good player for the Braves. I remember the Yankees. He won the World Series back in 2000. He had a big hit, and the
Yeah.
ALCS against the Mariners. But that's not why he was trending. He's trending because back in the 90s, he was married to one Halle Berry. And he talked about that relationship back in the day. Now, this is the problem with social media today. They only clipped this one part of the interview where he said that reason why he divorced Halle Berry is because he didn't feel like she was motherly in terms of cooking and cleaning and all that stuff. But if you listen to the whole 6-minute clip, I actually sent it to the group chat yesterday. He didn't really criticize Halle Berry. In fact, I'll run it through what he said specifically here. So he talked about how him and Halle Berry, after 5 months of dating, she proposed to him. So remember that. She proposed to him after 5 months of dating, which he said that he wasn't really sure about because, he felt he kind of had to. You don't want to turn down Halle Berry proposing to you. So
What are we doing?
You take the leap of faith.
So I looked at it from what he described. It was basically, these are two people in their 20s, both rising stars in their fields. David Justice, he was a big player for the Braves back in the 90s. Halle Berry, that's when her career took off in the 90s. Especially that time period from 90, they were married from 93 to 97. So
Yep.
that's the period where she took off. So he really talked about how he wasn't really feeling the whole LA lifestyle. He talked about specifically there was the time where they were out in LA. She saw a fellow actor, and he kissed her on the mouth. She kissed him on the mouth, and he was like, "What's going on with that?" He was like, "Oh, that's how we do things in LA." He was like, "All right," and then he talked about how he there was a place he used to go a lot to. He used to say hi to his receptionist. He gave her a hug one time when Halle Berry and them were out, and Halle Berry was not happy about it. He was like, "Wait, but what? But you kissed the dude, and I just hugged this lady, and you getting an attitude about it." So that's when he's like, "Yeah." That's when he knew the honeymoon was over. And he really talked about how he talked about how if they had gone to therapy because he felt, I guess, and this is where that quote that everybody's talked about. He talked about how he was compared to his mom. His mom was a stay-at-home mom. So that's how he thought back in the time. That's how he thought that a wife should be. Remember, this is the 90s. It's different than it is today. I think that's the nuanced part of it that people don't respect. He wasn't saying Halle Berry in terms of being a mother now. He was talking about how he was thinking back in the 90s as a 20-year-old. So he admitted that, if he had gone to therapy about that, because he said that when they divorced, that he kind of he shut her out. And he admitted that was a mistake because he realized Halle Berry did have feelings for him. But he was young. He was emotionally unavailable. So he really was like, hey, it wasn't working. I'm just going to cut her off. And he realized that probably was the right thing to do. And obviously, Halle Berry, she had the machine, so she could push whatever narrative about David Justice that she wanted, and that's what that's the only thing he criticized. He felt like in terms of because Halle Berry, there was a story back in the early 90s that she got beaten so badly that her eardrum got messed up, and she made it seem like it was him. He was like, no, it's not him. It wasn't him. He said he knows who it is, and I've heard rumors of who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is because it was never verified. So
yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty much it. I feel like people overreacted to the comments. They didn't actually listen to the whole entire interview. If you listen to the whole entire interview, he basically said, "Hey, these are two people in their 20s. They live two different lifestyles." He wasn't about that whole Hollywood lifestyle with Halle Berry. So he was like, "You know what? It's not for me." And maybe in terms of him being petty about the motherly shit and stuff, a bit petty, but I think I get what he's saying. it wasn't like they just didn't connect at that time. It was the wrong time for them in their relationship, and
That's
you
fair.
know, and I've seen it in terms of marriage. I think people like the idea of marriage more than the marriage itself. We know we've been indoctrinated since we were kids about how like they're from sitcoms to movies. This is how marriage
Mhm.
is supposed to be and all that, but it's more complicated than that. You got two different people. You have to, personalities. Things happen in terms of your life. Things happen, so it's not always easy, and sometimes that's the problem with marriages. It's not people just don't know how to connect in terms of or interact in terms of different issues or different problems or whatever it may be. So, and obviously Holly Berry, she had her response on her birthday. Fair enough. Obviously she still feels some type of way about the relationship, but I just didn't like how people reacted to it. It's like, yeah, it's Holly Berry and all that, but at the same time, if you listen to what David just said, it wasn't like he wasn't criticizing her. He just said it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. So I just don't like how people just they see one clip, they pick sides, and they have their opinions, and I just don't think it's fair because it's one clip in terms of a 6 minute interview
Yeah,
about the relationship.
Yeah.
So
it's what they do.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised by it. Like when you explain it like that, it's just like he has his mindset made of what a woman should be. But I think, like he said, he didn't understand that this is Halle Berry in her 20s. Like this is a rising star. She is not a normal woman. You're not. She's not staying home and cooking and cleaning, bro. She's on movies with Eddie Murphy. She was just too big at that point to kind of do that type of stuff. Her vision of a woman, she's like, yo, I'm one of the rising stars. She's about to win. It's not gonna happen, bro. That's not gonna happen. You not that She's not that type of woman. I think like if he had went to therapy, because back in the day, therapy it was like, oh, you seen this weak, so he didn't want to do that. He a baseball player, he an athlete, he can't do that type of stuff. He got ego, he got pride. That's kind of what kind of set him down that, and I just wish I'm glad he's saying his piece, but I know he probably was better like, yo, I fucked up, but I explaining to you why I fucked up. I think that's actually big, and I love when people like that take accountability. Once again, accountability people will help you in the long run. Don't listen to what people say. The media, Twitter, they always gonna have their opinions. They're ridiculous over there. But accountability, he did that. Halle Berry had a response. She looked fine, but it's a woman. They have their ways. And, it's what it is. I'm just glad they're both happy and healthy. That's it. That's it. At the end of the day.
yeah, he's been married for almost nearly 25 years with his wife. So he's doing
Yeah.
well. That's why I'm like people when people say, and people are like, hey, he's fine. He's not.
Yeah.
He's just looking back and say, hey, you know what? This is why it didn't work. It's not like he's feeling all type of way about it. He's just saying it didn't work out. It is what it is.
And I love Hallie, but Hallie has had some crazy relationships. Hallie been in relationship. Just no knock against Hallie, but she has been in a bunch of crazy relationships. Just we forget to put that part out there.
Yeah.
All right, come back. What are your thoughts?
I think that it's what the media does. They did the same thing to Dylan Gabriel yesterday. So the revision you basically sent in the chat. Was talking about.
Mhm.
I saw the whole interview. The guy saying and the asked him about the media. And you go to the official NFL Twitter, just the clip of Dylan Gabriel saying entertainers and competitors up there, not the whole question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, even the NFL's doing that
Yep.
to their own players, to a kid at that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So, what the fuck does anybody care about a grown ass man like that? Like, he probably just like whatever. He knows what he said, he knows how he meant it. Holly didn't do her due diligence to see the whole clip. She just saw, what I mean? Probably just saw whatever was edited out there and
Mm-hmm.
reacted to it. She would have saw it. She probably wouldn't have reacted to it if she saw the whole thing in context. But whatever. I just think that yeah, man, everybody has a certain way. Um, if you're gonna marry somebody, you know, I don't know 100% how all women think. That's impossible, to know that. But I think most men, at least, I can kind of gauge on that more than
Mhm.
how women think. Like most men aren't gonna jump into any kind of marriage if you're not like how should I put it? I don't want to say wifey material. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's different nowadays. What is wifey
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
material? It's
Mhm.
all. It's all what you're willing to work with now.
Yep.
It's not like a set precedent. You know
Yep.
what I mean? But if you're not meeting certain things, you know what I'm saying, that are not that are non-negotiable. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna want to marry. Now, like we said, it's in a different era. Those kind of things were non-negotiable at that time. You had to cook,
Mm-hmm.
you had to clean.
Mhm.
Yep.
If I was gonna marry you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck if you're Halle Berry.
Yep.
You gotta cook and clean. So that's what it is. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Now we're in a different age where it's like, okay, now that we're in an age where women making money is more prevalent. You know what I'm saying? Now women are making like I was seeing a study. I think I mentioned this on the pod before that in the 20s, women are becoming more successful than men at a higher rate.
Mhm.
So that means we're looking at a generation in the 30s and 40s, 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds, that they could be making more money than men.
Yep.
Okay? We might be getting into that kind of era. And what's crazy about that now is like now we have to kind of, you know, since now it's almost 50-50 choosing,
Yep. Yep.
now we gotta be like, all right, you gotta clean no more, whatever. You know what I mean? Because you're working just as many hours as I'm working. Now, guess what? If I have a job, guess what? If she's working at a Fortune 500 company, right? And I'm a fucking teacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gym teacher. Guess what? I'm cooking and cleaning, motherfucker, because I'm the one who's gonna be home more.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty
I'm the
much.
one gonna be taking care of the kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, now people gonna react to it, but like, oh my god, he's such a fucking caveman, and do all this
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. And even Holly kind of react to it like, oh, see, da 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 da, like whatever. You know what I mean? But one thing I took from it though too is that what he said, like, listen, for you fellas out there, all right, or you young cats out there, listen, this is Holly Berry. When we grew up, this was creme de la creme.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This was like top five. No bullshit.
Yeah.
So look at the top five women of this day and age. I don't know who would it be. Whoever you think is top five, right? And you're saying, damn, she's bad. Damn, I wish I had a girl like that. Da 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 da. Listen, they all famous, pretty, ugly. It don't matter. Once the feelings get involved, the
It's
bullshit
different.
starts happening.
Yep.
The bullshit starts happening. Look at what he said. He said, "You kissed the dude
Mm-hmm.
on the lips,"
Yep.
and I said, "All right, I guess."
Mhm.
You hugged the girl. This chick went ballistic. This
Yep.
is top five. Halle Berry,
Mhm.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think your girl's any different. They're not. They act the same. Once feelings get involved, the craziness starts to happen.
It's always
You know what I'm
different,
saying?
bro.
You know, guarantee you just gotta listen. You just gotta deal with the levels of crazy. Because some girls are
Mm.
crazy. Like I mean, not some girls. All girls are crazy, but some girls are just crazy on a lower level. Like
Mm-hmm.
they just ignore you for a day. So
Yep.
whatever. You know what I mean? But some girls will see you hug a girl, and when the craziness is up here, they're going to the house breaking shit. They're hitting you. They're fucking doing wild shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just levels of craziness. So just know that when you're getting involved with a girl. This is the beginning of time.
Yep.
What was the whole Billy G song about? A girl lying on his name,
Mhm.
saying that the kid was his when it wasn't
Yep.
because he broke up with her. We said don't go around breaking young girls' hearts.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no half fury. What's that? Half no fear like a woman scorned.
Scoring. Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
Don't think you're gonna
Uh,
be out here playing games. All right. Listen, women play the best games. All right. You want to play the game? You're playing on the expert level when you play against a woman.
don't play their games, bro.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
will. They.
Because
They. Woo.
in the end, you're the ones that gonna be getting hurt.
Yeah.
You'll be out there loving the
Cause.
next dude like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Do all these sexual acts like nothing, no problem. You're gonna be the one in the house like, oh, bend the knee, hearing Boys to Men, crying, all this bullshit. So don't play them games.
'Cause
Keep
they will
keep
go
it
below the
real
belt.
from the beginning. From the beginning.
Please.
From the beginning. You say this is how it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to take it further? This is how it is.
Yep.
If you're willing to deal with that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all both should be laying it on the table.
Yep.
Because, some girls get to a relationship with a dude and they're fucking, they're playing games off the rip.
Yep.
Trying to use it for his money, trying to do this, all type of bullshit. You know what I mean? So, anything going any further, just young cast advice. Take what you heard from this. You know what I'm saying? Lay it all on the table. Let it be known what you want, what you don't want. So the breakup isn't fucked up. Or if y'all just fucking, she knows that. And
Mm-hmm.
then, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna break up amicably once she finds someone. Once you find someone, keep it real from the door.
Yes, please.
Unless you want to deal with insaneness. Because guess what? If you would have stayed and said, hey, look, that's Holly Berry. I can't leave. You know what I'm saying? She showed the cards.
Yeah.
She showed the crazy card already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's it. You choose to stay with her, you don't.
Oh,
Me
that's on.
personally, if I was David Justice, I'd have been out too. Just off the rip that you kiss people in the mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'll be like, maybe it's not for me. Because
Yeah.
if you're kissing ever do in the mouth, I don't know who you're fucking.
Yep.
Oh, that's just my friend. Little do you know they're
Mm,
fucking. And yeah, I think
I'm.
they did about it because you're like, oh, she's kissing everybody lips. I'm
Yeah.
not playing those games.
No. No. No.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm just not. Unless we just in Hollywood, I mean, an open relationship. And
Yep.
we're together because of business. You know what I'm saying? Those things happen too. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But if it's not that kind of term, bro, I'm good, bro. You know what I mean? So
Well,
don't be blaming David Justice, man. Hey, you girls out there, you got there's all podcasts and not podcasts, but just in general. You go online now, and these girls just want all these criterias from a guy.
yep.
Yeah,
Very true.
I remember I told EP and Saint Zah one time. There's this one on Twitter that I follow. She had like a list of like 50 things that she is a deal breaker for men. I'm like I look at that, I'm like, that's a you problem. And in the last person she
But
was with, he had all the criteria, and now they didn't work out. And she's been all this rampage about how men are narcissistic. I'm just like, that might be true, but you got some issues too. So
well, just the fact that listen, y'all have a criteria, right? Y'all have lists, you have check mark all this bullshit. So if we have some, we're a problem.
Yes.
So that's a red flag too. A red
Yes.
flag is you can have a checklist, but I can have a checklist.
Yep.
You can put men in a box, but I can't put women in a box.
Yep.
This is what we're doing here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it that way. If you have a criteria, if a certain man of value, he was a big baseball player. He had money too.
mm-hmm.
He didn't have to deal with Holly Berry. Like you say, he's been married for 25 years. He's good.
Yep.
And he's still rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's good. So what's the problem? What are you mad about? It worked out for all parties, right? She got with her man that she's with now, and he's
Mm-hmm.
married 25 years. She's rich. He's rich. What's the problem here? What's the issue? But whatever. It is what it is.
It's, can't help it, bro. It's just, I'm not trying to say they are emotional creatures, and then I'll like that. Just leave it at that.
It's a it's
Just
a
leave
it's
it.
a level of emotion. Listen, and the same thing with guys. It's we could say the we could say like the majority because there's a majority of way how men act, the majority way how women act.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it is. It's just in our nature. This is what it is. And to some extent, there's some guys more emotional, and
Yep.
some people that are just more emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just those levels of emotion, bro. You can't deal with that. Period.
Yeah. That's
If you
very true.
hit levels of emotion, y'all going to jail. Y'all going to fucking jail. Someone's getting hurt, someone's getting stabbed, someone's getting shot. You know what I'm saying? And if you're down here and they're up here, that still ain't gonna work because
Yep.
they're gonna just keep going until they get a reaction out of you. And guess what? You're gonna be that type of person
Yeah.
where you're sitting there taking it, taking it, taking it, taking it, taking it, taking it. And at the third month you react. Once you blow up, bro, you're on the verge of choking someone the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dealt with it, dealt with it, dealt with it. So
And
you just have to see where everyone's at emotionally how
Yeah.
emotionally mature they are. You know what I'm saying? Because there's we human beings. We all feel jealousy. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We all feel human emotions that are toxic to a relationship. But if you have that
Mm-hmm.
maturity to be like, all right, I gotta call it out when I have to call it out, but then I can't just call everything out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it has to be reasonable. And some people just aren't reasonable once they're in love. And the most
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people aren't reasonable. And you have to look out for that, man, because like I said, me, I would have been out too. I have money. I have money. I'm successful. I can get other women that are no problem, that would cook and clean for me with no issue.
Yep.
Why am I dealing with this? You know what? I mean, I deal with cooking and cleaning. Fuck it. But now you're crazy on top of all that.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Ain't
Like, you know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
loose.
Yeah.
You got it, bro. You got it. You got it.
Yeah. It's okay. Abuse someone else. That's fine. No problem. Just not for me. Same thing. I've dated girls and they no, it's not my cup of tea. All right, cool. And I've dated girls and it's the same shit. Oh, guess what? You're not in this. This ain't working out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it's life. There's no reason to be bitter about it.
No, you good. I'm like I said. I'm happy. He's married. He's
Yep.
cool. He's just saying his piece. He's not mad about it. He's just looking back like, yo, I could have made different choices. And I think that's how you do when you get older. You
Yeah.
reflect. That's what you're supposed to do. This is not a time to be criticized. This should be game to other men to be like, hey, once you sit back, you can reflect on some shit and be like, yo, maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have did that. And he never knocked her. So like that's why I didn't understand like the vitriol. Like I was just like, all right, bro. But that's once again, that's the internet. It's
See,
just being crazy.
and I listen to women. Listen to women. This is why we lie to you
Mm-hmm.
because you can't handle the fucking truth. You just can't. It's impossible. This man just said, "Listen, I fucked up. And I should have done."
Mm-hmm.
He was very humble about it.
Yes.
But it was the truth how he felt, and they got
Mm-hmm.
mad. So don't ask me for the truth.
Don't
Don't
ask me
ask
how I
me how I
feel.
feel. I feel
If you
great.
don't give a
You
fuck.
sure? I feel awesome. I'm good. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
This is
Thank you,
why
honey. All right, the fuck out of here. You can't say shit.
this is why when
I
you
don't
ask
think,
dudes how they doing, I'm good.
yo, I don't think one time, bro, one time, right? That I was in a relationship, and I told the girl, listen, you need to work on this because this is kind of crazy.
Yep.
It never went well. It's never went well,
No,
ever.
no, yeah.
No.
It's never gonna go well.
Just stay away from that, bro.
What that shit Dave Chappelle said? Every time we sit down and talk, there's always some shit I gotta
Something I
fix.
gotta do. Yep.
It's never you, right? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just getting involved with people who are, and like he mentioned, they were both 20 years old.
Yeah,
They weren't emotionally mature enough to handle
Yeah.
something like that. He even said that I could have had therapy. I could have went to therapy, couple therapy. You know what I'm saying? So he acknowledges it. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Yeah, and to close it up, I would say, in terms of social media, in terms of how people respond to certain celebrities, I'm just like, you don't know these people. Yes, Holly Berry, she's very affable, she's very personable on social media, but that might be only 20% of who she really is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
and I think that's the problem. I was like, yeah, we're all fans of Holly Berry, but we don't know her,
Nope.
so
Yeah.
you can't based on you might like her over David Justice for whatever reason. That's fine, but it's like, we don't know these people and we don't know the relationship. We only know as much as we know. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We'll get to the last one now.
all right, the last one. Instagram once again making more changes. This time there's now a reposted option. So now you can repost grid photos as well as reels. I've noticed some people doing that recently. I was on Instagram this morning just before we started the podcast. I saw some people reposting stuff. I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. More changes. The thing about Instagram, if you look at Instagram from the first day it was out to now, it's a totally different website. At least Twitter's the same. It's been for the most part. Facebook's the same for its most part. But for Instagram, it's just very, very different. It's just like, I remember the days where it was like things were in order. Like somebody posted 10 minutes ago, then the most recent post was like 5 minutes ago. Now it's like, since I'd be seeing posts from like 2 weeks ago that I liked, I'm like, why am I seeing this? I liked this 2 weeks ago. Why is this on my timeline right now? So it's just in terms of Instagram, just make it make sense. Just make it make sense, man.
Everywhere's a mess right now, bro.
Yeah.
Everywhere's a mess right now. everywhere. TikTok, Twitter. Like, yo, if you're not like, people just don't understand right now. Like, we have to basically take this, chop it up, and put clips out because there's no other way for this show to ever get into the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to get to algorithm is through shorts and retweets and all types
Yeah.
of shit. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? The algorithm is insane right now. My algorithm is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can't even be on because it's like I don't see none of my followers. I'll be honest. I will see Drewski before I see a follower. Like, and I don't even follow Drewski.
That's
I don't
another thing.
follow
That's
these
another
people.
thing. Yeah.
I'll
I've seen
see
posts
their
with
posts
people I don't
before
even
I see
follow. I'm like, what?
before I see a post. My friends do music sometimes, and I'll see their posts. I'm like, this is crazy. How you doing this? But I just think everywhere's a mess right now. People are just trying to find ways, and Instagram, they're just trying to monopolize the game. They
Yeah.
with the Snapchat stories, they just crush Snapchat with that. You know what I'm saying? With the
Yeah, pretty
stories.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
So
When was the
they're
last
just
time
trying to
someone
get
talked about
they're
Snapchat?
trying to get into the space of they created threads too, like, they're trying to
Yep.
get into the space of Twitter.
Yeah.
Because Twitter is just, to me, Twitter's the best. I'll be honest.
Yes.
I've said that for years. I always thought, even
Yep.
when Facebook was out, and what made Twitter the best to me was that you could actually get a response out of a celebrity. Like,
Yes.
Yeah. Look
especially
at
early
Durant.
days,
Yeah.
especially when Twitter first came out
Yeah.
and a lot of people were on it, you could literally argue with Kanye West on Twitter,
Yes.
like on some funny shit, like.
Yeah.
And the I feel like the comments on Twitter, you find them on Instagram later. Like, Instagram now is getting good with the comments. Like, we have a video
Yes.
there, and the
Yeah.
comments are there. They're getting funnier. But Twitter was the king of that. That a thread with comments in it and
Yep.
reactions to it. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy just to go into that. So I don't know if this went super viral at one time. So Cassidy was making a beat, and I was on his Instagram. I think he was about to battle, or something was going on. I don't know why I was on his page, and he put up a post to making a beat. The shit was terrible. I don't know if you guys seen it before.
Yeah, I saw saying on your page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I took the clip from Instagram and I put it on Twitter, and I said, "Yo, hit up Cassidy for any beat inquiries." Within 15 minutes, my Twitter exploded. Like, I say exploded. The reach was. I'm responding to everybody in the beginning, but I couldn't. It was literally going. You know how the notifications come up? It was like 50. Like,
Yep.
within like 3 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
80.
Yep.
Within 15 minutes, 100. Yo, every 10 minutes it was like 300, 400. Bro, it exploded. Twitter basically emailed me and said, "We're shutting your Twitter down. Like, you can't respond to anybody. Your Twitter is shut down." All notifications will come into 24 hours. So I couldn't even see who was responding, who was retweeting, nothing. It just shut my shit down.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that shit just went viral, and it's crazy because I just saw a stream where I don't know if you never heard of this guy, Playboy Max. Playboy,
I've heard of him. Like,
he's like a
yeah.
streamer, and he has artists that come on. He makes beats, and
Mm-hmm.
they rap on his beat, and he puts the song out. I don't know if he puts it on I think he probably puts it on his website because he probably owns rights to it and then sells the song. Whatever he
Okay.
does it. So he made a beat and he was reacting to it, and I think Little Yachty was like, "Oh, hold on, chill, brother. That beat is alright. Like, it's not all that." You know what I'm saying? And then one of the guys said, "Yo, you ever seen that video where Cassie was making the beat? That's how you use the sound right now." And I just saw that. I'm like, dude, that one tweet, and I made that tweet in 2020, like 2025. People have seen it. One reason why it went viral too. Hot 97 posted it.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, you told
Oh
us
yeah,
about
he
that.
told us. Yeah, he
Posted
told us
that
that.
shit.
Yeah.
So Twitter is a space that you could go viral way easier. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That I've witnessed it to go viral like that, and now it's like, you know what I'm
Still
saying?
circulating. Yep.
It's still circulating. So yeah, man, I just think that Instagram trying to get into that kind of realm, but I just broke down why Twitter, it'd be hard to take over Twitter to me. Instagram can keep trying, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I don't. I get why they're doing it. The reposts, they're seeing what people do on Twitter. Next, they're gonna be putting reposting quote because now you can even quote on it because that's what you can do on Twitter.
Yeah,
Where
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
you leave a comment, but Twitter's the king of that because Twitter is a bunch of savages. It's like yo, that's where the dark humor's at. That's where the jokes are at. Instagram is too lighthearted. Where it's like if you made a comment like that on Instagram, they'll take you, find your picture, Twitter is like, yo, we're Neanderthal. I see Trey Rags reposted, King of Dark Humor. I
yeah,
love Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter is just
That is true.
where you
Because if you want to
right.
send
Twitter.
some, you want to send some fucked up shit, Instagram says, "Do you sure you want to send that?"
Yeah, yeah, I
And
see
so
that. They'll
you're
be
like, "What
like,
the fuck?" Yeah, or they'll take a story down. They'll take a story down. If you say, "Oh fuck this," da da da, they'll take a story down. So yeah, you're right. Twitter is more. Instagram can't top that.
no,
Yeah.
Instagram's too lighthearted because remember, it's about the moments, it's about the cute, the aesthetics.
yeah,
Twitter ain't about that. Twitter is like, yo, this is your raw thoughts. Yo, fuck that bitch. Yo, I punt that. Like they'll show like kid getting kicked and like you'll be throwing memes and just like, yo, that's what Twitter's about. I get Instagram's trying to get on that, but once again, they can't go as dark as Twitter can. And that's why I feel like it's a good move for them because there are people who want to stay on Instagram because they don't like that type of humor. They don't like this, they don't like the sarcasm. So they're gonna be there. So that's for them. But
hmm
the king of all of that is always going to be Twitter. That's where I get all of my humor from. Twitter.
Yeah.
And think about it. Despite everything that Elon's tried to do with it, people are still on it. So we're
Yeah.
still on it. So
Because you
Yeah.
can't take the people out of it. Like
yeah,
people are
yeah,
still
pretty
gonna
much,
be
yeah.
ridiculous on it. So we
Yeah.
don't even
Yeah,
call it
even he
X.
got
We call it
clowned.
Twitter.
Even he got clowned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter is nuts, bro.
yeah.
Think
I've
about it, we're not calling it
go
X.
viral on Twitter where it'd be like a picture of a girl and she's like, "Oh," or she'll have a tweet talking about how men are some shit. They'll grab her picture and yo, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen shit like that go viral, and it's like the comments are hilarious. You're like, bruh, savages, bro.
How many
Yo,
times
and
do I see? How many times do I see the Ice Cube? If it's like say like someone said something dumb, you see the Ice Cube. Man, shut up, bitch! Like how many times you see it? You
Yeah.
won't
yeah.
see that on Instagram. That's what Twitter
The,
is.
the
I love
only thing
that
I
shit.
would say that fucks up Twitter is the fucking porn. That shit's insane now.
Yeah. That's too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, it
They
is.
gotta cut that out.
I
They
click
gotta cut
on
that out.
one fat ass. That's it. My feed is fucking trash, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, damn, bro. I can't even like. And it's just like,
That's the problem. Everyone's horny on Twitter. Everyone horny and dark humor. You gotta.
bro, the porn is ridiculous. Like, yo, bro, there's times that I have a post, and it's like a cool post. Like, it'd be like football. I don't know, some shit. You go in the comments. I'm trying to see that people talking about it, and it's all fucking bitches with OnlyFans and
Oh,
Yeah.
bots.
shit.
Yeah, bots. I bet.
What the
Yeah.
fuck, man?
Yo,
That's one thing he messed up on in terms of the
yo,
bots.
get rid of that.
He needs to fix that shit. That shit's
Cause
insane.
like you'll look at a picture of Halle Berry and it'll be like a post. Oh, mine's is big. All right, yo, get your
Yeah,
$3 stuff off my fucking feed, bro.
yeah. That he got to fix. But other than that, yeah. Sorry, Instagram. You ain't gonna top. You ain't gonna top that.
Nope, nope,
And think
nope.
about it. Look at that. Remember that Alabama that brawl? Think about it. That everybody was making jokes all that day. You're not gonna get that on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
By the time it got to
That's one of the that's why Twitter's still Twitter. It's like when something viral happens and it's like funny or crazy, people are just gonna make jokes, have
Yep.
fun with it and stuff. You're not gonna get that on Instagram or Facebook.
within hours, people had videos about it. They had fucking songs about it. Motherfuckers rapping about it.
Yep.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, I think we're good.
All right, that does it. So once again, you could follow us on social media on PGN Pod. That's Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So yeah, follow us on all those social media platforms. We watch this particular episode on Bringing the Real TV, and we'll have audio version on Spotify and Apple Podcasts soon. We'll also have some clips of the episode coming up pretty shortly as well. So once again, for Scumbag McGee, for Saint Za, this is KDAP. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.
All right.